Myles Garrett, A.J. Brown, the Chicago Bears, Odell Beckham Jr. and the Giants, the Phillies, and the NBA Finals. That is the news that I have today on the second episode of the second season of Friday Around the Leagues with Jon Gordon. Welcome in. I'm Jon Gordon, and in this show, every single Friday, I'll be here to tell you about the most recent news that's happening around the major leagues. So let's get into it. Alrighty, it is a jam-packed show. I have a ton of news, so let's get into it. Alrighty, let's start off with the NFL. Myles Garrett, did somebody say Myles Garrett? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? That's what all NFC West quarterbacks will be saying when they have to face him 2 times a year, because the Cleveland Browns have traded Myles Garrett to the already stacked Rams. The full trade is Myles Garrett to the Rams for Jared Verse, 2027 first, a 2028 second, and a 2029 third round selections. The Rams giving up, a young stud in Jared Verse is sad, but the opportunity that they had brought in front of them to get Myles Garrett is just incredible. What that Rams team has done on defense is nothing short of spectacular. Getting Trent McDuffie earlier in, with a trade, and getting Jalen Watson to help that cornerback room, and, just the overhaul of a defense that, was already top 10 last year. And a lot of those players that were, on that top 10 team from last year did stay. But adding Myles Garrett just adds extra intensify to the scariness of that defense. And, all teams that face the Rams are going to have to double team Myles Garrett now. But, that also brings up some past discussions. And this past discussions is about Aaron Donald. Most recently, there hasn't been too much on Aaron Donald coming back to the league. But, since this trade has happened, there's been a ton of reports. People have talked to him, people have tried to, and he's definitely said that he's interested. And the Rams seem like they really are too, because the head coach, Sean McVay, did say he'd like to have him back. So we'll have to see. But if Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald are on that defense, it's over for the rest of the league. But that's all I got on the Rams. Now let's switch off to A.J. Brown. Last week, I talked about A.J. Brown's inevitable leave, and it's officially happened, because the Eagles have traded A.J. Brown to the Patriots. We all knew he'd go to the Patriots for a 2028 first rounder and a 2027 fifth rounder. For the value that some other receivers that aren't as great as A.J., to get better overhauls of picks and, players. It's kind of sad as the Eagles fan to see, the fleece that the Patriots got. But, the just disgruntleness that AJ had at the end of the year, and also, how everything was over the off season so far. It's just, it's just kind of good riddance. We had great years with AJ, incredible years. 4 straight, 1,000-yard seasons, 4 All-Pros from him. He's 3 All-Pros, sorry. He's an incredible player, and, to get him to the team where he needs to be, he's going to produce, and, I'm happy to see him go where he needs to be. But then, my first flip in 2 weeks. And this flip brings a doozy with us. Because, as I talked about, as I said when I was announcing what we're talking about, I did say the Chicago Bears. And you might be thinking, what's going on with the Chicago Bears? I haven't talked about the Chicago Bears much. Well, this is a big thing, and it's kind of more brought up past reports, just like Aaron Donald, but this is definitely not for a player. Because the Chicago Bears are getting very close to striking a deal to move to Hammond Indiana. Yes, you're hearing me right. That is Hammond, Indiana. This is going to give Indiana two NFL teams, which, around the whole NFL, there's only a select few of states that actually do have two NFL teams. But, I don't know if the Bears are going to be keeping their, Chicago Bears, or if they're switching to Indiana Bears, or switching to be the Hammond Bears, but we'll have to see reports on that. But it's just, crazy to see, because nobody would ever think that Chicago would be a team to move, but it might happen. But then, I have some Giants reports, because Malik Neighbors is not looking like he's going to be available for week 1. So to combat that, the Giants have brought back 2 players, one who used to play for the Steelers, and one that fans of the Giants are going to really love to have back. Because Odell Beckham Jr. is back with the Giants on a 1-year deal. Yes, you're hearing that right. Odell Beckham Jr. is back with the Giants. As I talked a few weeks earlier on about the Fanatics Football Classic, where Odell was able to make that one-hand catch, and I talked about them, the Giants, bringing him back. I never thought it'd happen, but it's here. It finally happened. Odell is back with the team that drafted him. And the other player, you might ask, to you it might mean nothing. It might sound like nothing right now. But when you hear who this player is, you might have some memories. Maybe football, maybe from TikTok. But Juju Smith-Schuster is also back in the league. He also signs a 1-year deal with the Giants. Back in around COVID times, 2018, 2019, 2020, around those years, Juju, was with the Steelers, blew up on TikTok, and also he blew up as a player. He was doing incredible with, that Steelers team that kind of lost Antonio Brown and lost their 3 Bs as a team. But, he was able to step in, and hopefully with, Malik out, Juju can step right back into a team that really needs him. And Odell, I know he's going to step right back in and be the exact same player he was and will always be. Another flip. And this takes us past the NFL to the MLB, because the Phillies are now 23-10 since letting go of Rob Thompson. Incredible masterclass from Don Mattingly. Like, I've given him props on everything for the last few weeks, and that's never going to stop. Because by now, normally in the history of the Phillies getting new coaches, by now we'd go back in a slump. But Don has kept us right back in everything. We are still second in the NL East, and, we're looking strong, and it's incredible to see. It's incredible to watch, and I'm extremely happy to be, a Phillies fan right now, and I hope every single Phillies fan out there is extremely happy and, excited for what Don Mattingly can do and what he's already done. But, that's all I have on the MLB. And then the NBA Finals. My final report for today is on the finals. Because Game 1 has came and gone. And the Knicks were able to take that Game 1. Yes, New York, you're hearing this from me. The Knicks have taken Game 1. You can't destroy New York yet, but you're getting close. The Knicks were able to win 105-95. Jalen Brunson, the hero of New York, had 30 points. And, that might not mean too much. But in this game, it means absolutely everything. Because Jalen Brunson started with 3 points in the first quarter and never looked back. He was able to contribute extremely well in the second and third. And in the fourth quarter, he did not miss a shot. He hit every single shot he took in that fourth quarter to get him to 30 points. That takes the Knicks lead up to 1-0. We'll have to see if Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs can, answer back in Game 2. But masterclass from the Knicks this game in Game 1. But that's all I have today. It was a stack show, and I'm extremely happy to have a finally stack show since a few weeks ago, and it's great to talk about, great to see. But thank you all, and please subscribe.